Mariner Watch is brought to you by the Pepsi-Cola bottling companies in Seattle and Tacoma. Take the Pepsi Challenge and taste that winning taste.
Hi, everybody, and welcome to Excitement. Billy Ball in Oakland, California. This is Ken Wilson along with Dave Niehaus, and there's nothing like a capacity crowd on a perfect night for baseball, and there is baseball enthusiasm to spare here in Northern California. And what a delight it is to see. At 4 o'clock this afternoon, you could feel the excitement without anybody even in the stands. And now the crowd continuing to file in, and I'll guess 35,000, 40,000 already here, and it's clear that they will have the largest crowd in Oakland A's history, and this is their 14th season in Oakland. At home plate right now, honors are being awarded to A's performers from 1980. Matt Keogh given the American League Comeback Player of the Year award, and just now a few words from Mike Norris, who not only had a brilliant year throwing the ball, he was tremendous fielding the ball in 1980. He won an American League Gold Glove, and standing next to him, also holding a plaque right now, is the fine A's center fielder Dwayne Murphy, who won a Gold Glove in 1980 for his exploits out in the middle of the outfield. Oh, they have excitement galore here in Oakland. New ownership, Billy Martin into his second year. They've got a song that features really old-style rock and roll from about 20 years ago, and You're Picking on Me, and Billy Martin is in the song, and they've been playing that, and it is just nothing but excitement. The press corps is amazing from both sides of the bay, and there are radio and TV stations in San Francisco that call the A's our Oakland A's. The press corps is just everywhere. You can't believe the photographers, the TV shows in the last couple of hours that have been done live here. And here's Billy Martin going out on the field. Listen to the crowd. Billy tipping his cap. I would say there are 35 photographers surrounding Billy, and he throws a kiss to the crowd. Well, there are very few in baseball who can ride as high a wave as Billy Martin can, and then eventually be down as low between the surf as Billy Martin can. Oh, he's riding high now, and we're certainly thrilled to have you with us for this Mariners broadcast from Northern California. Let's pick up Billy Martin from down in the field. Billy, just a few words to, on behalf of his players and his coaches, thank everyone very much, the American League Manager of the Year. In this one tonight, the opener of a 4-game weekend series, the Mariners' first road game, it'll be left-hander Floyd Bannister going for Maury Will's club, and right-hander Steve McCanney will be on the mound for the Oakland A's. And much of the story of the excitement here for the home opener for the A's, the final home opener in Major League Baseball for 1981, has covered up the fact that the Oakland A's are 8-0. That's right, 8-0. They went to Minnesota and swept the Twins, and then down to the Big A in Anaheim and swept Jim Fragosi's California Angels. The fastest starts in baseball in modern history, winning 10 in a row at the outset of the season. So the A's hoping that tonight and tomorrow afternoon they can beat the Mariners and tie the all-time modern-day record. Most recent team to win 10 in a row at the start of the year, the 1966 American League Cleveland Indians. Back in 62, the Pittsburgh Pirates won 10 in a row. And back in 55, the old Brooklyn Dodgers got out of the gate winning 10 in a row. Of those three teams that won 10 in a row to currently be tied for the Major League mark for fast starts, only the Brooklyn Dodgers had what you would call an exceptional year. The Dodgers did win the National League pennant, as you'll recall, in 1955. Ah, the great atmosphere. This is the 14th season for baseball in Oakland, and there's never been anything quite like this. Of course, the name that you all recognize was clouding the baseball situation here in Oakland for an unlucky 13 seasons. Charlie Finley. Charlie's gone. Billy Ball is here in 1981. It's opening night, and it's appropriate that Billy Martin join us. Dave Niehaus will talk with Billy and also with the new president of the Oakland A's, Roy Eisenhart. And a most interesting discussion of baseball and baseball in Oakland coming up in 1 minute.
All across this country, people took the Pepsi Challenge, and Pepsi won because...
You know a winner when you taste one. It's Pepsi. Taste that winning taste.
I think Pepsi tastes better. I'll start buying Pepsi.
All across the nation, you put us to the test. You're the one who said the Pepsi taste is best.
Pepsi hot dog.
It's a fact. Nationwide, more people prefer Pepsi over Coca-Cola. But why take our word for it? Why take anyone's? Let your taste decide. Take the Pepsi Challenge.
Pepsi! Pepsi over Coke.
I like Pepsi because it tastes better than Coke.
You know a winner when you taste one.
Pepsi Cola.
You know a winner when you taste one.
Pepsi.
It's Pepsi. Taste that winning taste. Pepsi.
Biggest night they have ever had here at the Coliseum, including World Series, including opening day 1968. They are expecting somewhere around 52,000 fans here to welcome Billy Martin and his Oakland A's home, and what a start. 8 wins and 8 outings, and I think even in your wildest dreams, Billy, you couldn't expect it to go 8-0 on the road.
No way. No, you know, if you split even on the road, you know, split 50-50 or whatever it may be, you're happy, but winning 8 games like that, and winning them pretty handily. It was only about 3 games that we have to come from behind them.
Again, the name of the story, though, pitching. You had, I believe, 94 complete games last year. You've got 7 complete games and 8 outings this year, and your staff just has to be the best in baseball.
Well, I think they are. We started a little earlier than everybody else. I started my pitchers 2 weeks earlier, and the reason for that was I wanted them working into it slowly so that they'd have enough time to get real sharp by the time opening day came, and it worked out.
Tony Armas, 4 home runs, 11 RBIs, 25 total bases, I believe. He's leading the world in everything. After having kind of an off spring, I think he played winter ball and maybe did he have a bad wrist too?
Yeah, he had a terrible spring. He couldn't hit nothing, and of course he had the same spring the year before, so that didn't bother me. So I just put him in the 4th slot, and he came through opening day.
Understand that Mr. Murphy just made a couple of spectacular catches down at Anaheim Stadium to take away a couple of home runs.
They're both up over the ballpark. They're out the park, both balls, and he just timed it perfectly, jumped, and kind of fooled the rest of us because we thought the ball was gone the way he acted, and then he nonchalantly threw the ball in.
How much have you changed this ball club personnel-wise from last year? I think you probably got a different double play combination, and that's doggone near it, isn't it, with the exception of maybe a guy or so in the bullpen?
Well, no, we got Cliff Johnson we didn't have last year in our DH. That really helped us. We got Stanley and Doyle, and a young player by the name of Babbitt came up from the minor leagues, and he made our ball club. So we've added a new pitcher in the bullpen, 2 new pitchers in the bullpen. So we did a little changing.
We know what Billy Martin meant to this ball club last year, taking them from 7th to 2nd. I would like to know what Billy Martin thinks about what new ownership has done for this ball club, taking over a ball club that kind of floundered, not really floundered at the gate. You drew over 800,000 last year, but it looks like you're going to draw over 300,000 in the first month or first homestand here now. What does new ownership mean to the Bay Area?
Well, to just sum it up in a couple of words, he gave the players back their respect that they'd lost. They had no respect anymore. They were ashamed to be an A. Now they've got their respect back. They're proud to be an A now, and their salaries are up where they should be. And the new owners are not only just helping them that way, they're just helping the whole community. They're just tremendous people. 52,000
fans. When you were a kid and you used to go over and watch, who was it, the Oakland Oaks at that time? What was the biggest baseball crowd you've ever seen up here?
Well, when I was a kid, then I think 10,000. That was a big crowd.
Your mother threw out the first ball last year. I believe a former teacher of yours is going to throw out the first ball tonight, a lady that taught you in grade school or high school.
If it's a lady, I think it's Mrs. Harwood. Yeah, she taught me English class, and I didn't study as well as I should have as a kid, and I wish I had, but I didn't. My mind was always on baseball, and Mrs. Harwood knew that, so she came up to me and she says, would you read this book here, and then write an essay on it? And I did, and it was The Life of Lou Gehrig.
The Life of Lou Gehrig.
Yeah.
Is opening night still something special to you? Here it is, home opening night, and you've been through so many, but do you still get the goosebumps a little bit?
Oh, yes. Opening day. We've had 3 opening days, one in Minnesota and Anaheim, now up here. But this one here tonight is going to be something special.
Maury Wills and you, there's been a lot written in the paper about there might be some bad blood. Is there, as far as you're concerned?
No, I haven't made the statements. These are the ones who made the statements. There's no bad blood on my side. I'm not making any rebuttals at all or anything. You can say whatever you want.
You're pitching now. 7 complete games in 8 outings. You're going with a 4 or 5-man rotation.
I'm going with 5-man rotation, and Of course, it'll be kind of messed up a little bit because it's Sunday's doubleheader, but then we have a day off and we'll get right back on track again.
Don't you play practically more doubleheaders? At least you have more scheduled doubleheaders than anybody else this year. Is that by design or what?
Well, I think it is. We like our days off, and I think the guys need it. And if you're going to be out here for one game, 2 games isn't all that bad, although doubleheaders are hard to win.
It's going to be a running type of a ball club again this year. Ricky Henderson going to run. Is he going to steal 100 bases this year?
Well, when we get the opportunities, I think he'll steal 100 bases. But when we get the opportunities, we're going to do it. But we don't steal bases just to put it up there. We stole a base. We'd like to have the stolen base mean something.
Billy, we wish you the best. You know, you're one of our favorite people. We look forward to seeing you and the Oakland A's at the Kingdome next Friday, Saturday, and Sunday, by golly. Next weekend, you'll be up there, and maybe we can get together and have a 7-Up or a Pepsi or something and have a little salmon.
That sounds good. I'll tell you what, I'll make sure to get together with you up there, Dave.
Okay, so Billy Martin, the skipper of the Oakland A's, our guest, and we'll continue with Mariner Watch in 1 minute.
Right now, you can get the energy source of the 80s from your nearby True Value hardware store. It's the Ever-Ready Energizer alkaline battery, especially designed to keep high drain.